On the broadcast today, students help out their community.
The songs of Christmas are in the halls.
And we managed to catch up with the fastest guy in the state.
All these stories and more because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Erik Beene.
And I'm Katherine Serrell with this week's episode of Wildcat News.
Many students stress and worry about their grades and other things, but some students worry about where their next meal is coming from. Marissa Greene shares how the Do Something Club is making a difference.
Over the past month, several students have been collecting items for the food pantry.
The Do Something Club organized the food pantry, particularly myself, Jamie Snover, Kaylee Rochelle, and several others worked really hard to put everything together and get everything straight. Currently, the food pantry is sending home food with students to feed them and their families on the weekend, but we're hoping to expand to the community in January or February.
Serrell tells us how much work was actually behind the collecting of items and what kinds of items have been collected.
Oh my gosh, so much work went into making everything possible. We spent 4 days staying outside a food line, soliciting food and non-perishable items from people. We collected thousands of things. We collected about 8 or 9 carfuls of stuff each weekend. The cars were stuffed. You couldn't fit one more can in any of them. It was a big effort for the Do Something Club and everybody who participated. We've collected anything from tuna to cereal to peanut butter, jelly. We have about 225 pounds of rice, about 230 pounds of just spaghetti noodles. There's so many things. It was an unbelievable turnout. I really appreciate everyone who helped out and everybody's hard work. It took a lot to accomplish what we did, but we're working really hard to get up and running by January or February, and I hope everything works out.
I'm Marissa Greene, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Marissa.
I'm so glad my car gets great gas mileage. What about you, Erik?
Well, I drive a truck, so.
You'll be happy to hear what Jarrett Spann has to say.
Greene not only reminds us of the holiday season, but also money. Despite the cold, harsh weather in recent weeks, the falling gas prices seem to be putting smiles on people's faces this winter. Gas prices have already dropped over $1 since last June. A few factors have influenced the falling of the prices. More fuel-efficient cars are being purchased by younger drivers. Cars such as Civics and Priuses are becoming more and more popular amongst our nation's youth. This also means that there is less demand for oil throughout the world with increased production of hybrid cars. Also, the U.S. is drilling and producing more oil and is second behind Saudi Arabia in oil production. 2 students expressed their opinions on the topic.
My car gets around 45 miles per gallon.
I have a Chevrolet Silverado 2000.
Porter and Denning tell us how much they spend on gas, why they like the falling prices, and does it affect their traveling.
They're pretty good. I've put about $20 in my car, which is pretty great.
Well, before the gas prices fell, I paid around $70, and now that they've fallen, I pay $45 to $50. I like them because I can go more places without having to spend as much money on gas.
It makes a ton of difference. I get around school and everything a lot better. Get to my house and back. I live 12 minutes away, so it's a big difference.
Well, I can travel more places now because it doesn't cost as much to put gas in my truck, so I can just travel more places now that I have more gas.
I'm Jarrett Spann, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Jarrett.
Fall athletes were honored last Thursday night by a banquet in their honor. Jamie Snover gives us an inside look at the event.
Last Thursday, fall athletes came together to celebrate the end of their season. Audrey Rentz explains the events of the night.
At the sports banquet, we eat and then we call up the teams and They hand out awards and we thank the coaches. I play women's tennis. Some of the coaches are Coach Williams, Coach Bryant, and Coach Fisher, and they all gave really nice speeches about the teams. My favorite part of the sports banquet is everyone clapping for the tennis team. I thought it was really cool.
Tyler McClemens shares how it felt to win an award at the sports banquet.
I was awarded MVP in all conference for soccer. The sports banquet wrapped up the season because it just brought everyone together and showed what they did during the season and their accomplishments. People that are invited are the players, their families, their relatives, and coaches. The events that occur is when you first get there, there's pizza, there's food. Then after, the coaches go into talking about their accomplishments of their team, then they hand out the awards. But the sports banquet this year was way better because it was way organized. Instead of everyone going at once, they separated it into seasons, so it was by quicker. I'm going to miss the soccer season, the bonds we formed with everyone on the fields, and something to do. It was fun to do after school.
I'm Jamie Snover, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Jamie.
Erik, all this Christmas music really has me in the holiday spirit.
I know, right? Well, the band helped get everyone else into the holiday spirit when they performed their holiday concert. Last Thursday, the West Band put on their annual Christmas concert. Brittany Wortham and Claire Williams give us insight into the event.
We play it every year, and it's like a great time for everyone to come and everybody to see what the band's been working on. And it's a great medley of songs to sing along and dance along to.
We practiced for a month or two, I think. I think we got the music at the end of October, and we practiced it every day in class. We had a dress rehearsal after school.
Wortham and Williams, both soloists, shared their experiences with performing.
I was really nervous. My hands were shaking when I started it, but it sounded pretty decent, so I hope it sounded good on the videos that everybody took.
I've had the solo multiple times, so I wasn't as nervous as I had been before, because this is like the second or third time I've played it.
Marcus Stanley talks about his favorite part in the song Sleigh Ride.
My favorite part was playing through the part where it sounds like deer hooves hitting the ground, reindeer hooves, and there's a whip crack right after that. And it's a really popular part.
I like Green Sleeves because I had a solo in it, and it sounds so good and sweet and melodic, and it just sounds so pretty.
I think my favorite part was the song Green Sleeves. I had a solo in it, and some of my friends had solos, and it was just so much fun to play because it's my favorite Christmas melody.
After weeks of practicing, could they possibly be tired of Christmas music?
I could never be tired of Christmas music.
No, well, who is ever tired of Christmas music?
Catherine, do you think I could win a Senior Superlative next year?
Do you think I could win most likely to be LeBron James?
Well,
Erik.
Jowann Holder gives us a look at the Senior Superlatives.
Senior Superlatives are a great way for seniors to get recognized in the yearbook.
Senior Superlatives are kind of like a moment for seniors who the class kind of thinks have like best dressed or the cutest couple. It's kind of like a moment for them to be showcased. Senior Superlatives have always been a thing, and we just kind of keep them going, and the ideas from this year, from last year.
Riley Andrews talks about how to vote.
The yearbook committee sends you an email, or Miss Nyman sends you an email, and you can just pick who you like the most for each category. Some of the categories, there's cutest couple, best dressed, most involved, most athletic, best smile, just stuff like that. Some of the pros of being up for a Senior Superlative is you kind of get recognized for everything that you've been doing for the past 4 years. And some of the cons are being up against your best friends, and your best friends are telling your other friends to vote for you, but you're just standing there kind of like, okay. I've been nominated for Best Dressed and Cutest Couple, so vote for me.
I'm Jowann Holder, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Jowann.
Erik, when I was little, I wanted to be an astronaut and explore space.
Well, you may get your chance real soon.
And liftoff at dawn, the dawn of Orion and a new era of American space exploration.
On December 5th, NASA launched the Orion space capsule. Orion is the future of the U.S. Deep Space Exploration Program. Designed for missions to asteroids, Mars, and perhaps even other deep space locations, Orion is the first human space flight vehicle to go beyond low Earth orbit since the mid-1970s. The next test of Orion is scheduled for late 2017 or 2018. The program's aim is to send astronauts to a captured asteroid by the year 2025, and then Mars. The test flight lasted a total of 4 hours and 24 minutes and landed in the Pacific Ocean. The first manned mission is not expected to take place until 2021 at the earliest.
That rocket may be fast, but not as fast as Chris Perez. Chris Perez speaks about his accomplishment.
Last week we had our first indoor track meet at Clayton. It was outside, so we call them polar bear meets. I ended up running 2:39 point something, but as of right now, it's the fastest time in the state right now. I didn't really prepare, you know. I was just excited because I love track. You know, I think I'm better at it than cross country, so you know, I was just pumped. I was ready. Coach Shaw and usually gives me like little talks before races and stuff like that. You know, it tells me you know, go out this fast, don't go this fast. You know, tells me my splits per lap to see how fast I'm going. I really worked hard during the summertime during cross country season, and I really wanted to run with like the top runners in the state.
Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com.
If you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wildcatscratchpost.com/wildcatnews.
And finally, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WJStudentMedia. I'm Erik Beene.
And I'm Katherine Serrell. Thanks and have a great day.